Hello.
Andrea, would you mind introducing yourself with your name, where you're from, and where you took the when you took the TEFL course?
Absolutely. My name's Andrea Bayless. I took this course here at the Language House more than 5 years ago, 2009. I'm originally from upstate New York, but before I came to Prague, I was in Kentucky, the land of horses and whiskey. I am the jobs assistance person, and what that entails is, of course, helping people get jobs. That includes, we have a Facebook group, and that's for every month course. That's for general information, but as far as jobs, there is a separate page for posting job postings that are found online, word of mouth. And then also we have individual events set up for guest speakers that come in from various schools. And that's really great for new teachers, like the people that come through the course, because they're looking for work. These schools are looking for teachers. It's a great kind of way to join these people together. We also do mock interviews, and we also do some help with CV reformatting, what to expect from an interview, maybe how to prepare a lesson plan for an interview, because we really want them to be prepared for life, because that's the kind of the mentality of the Language House. We really want them to be set for work and to be a teacher.
Great. And you mentioned a bunch of different spots where people can look for jobs and
Correct.
Feel connected to people. So how easy would you say it is to find a job here, and is it knowing people, or?
It can be a little bit of both. Of course, networking is always really good, and that's something that definitely the Language House does. There's a built-in network of previous students. They meet all the new people meet the old students. It's always a good way to get word of mouth. Hey, what do you know about your school? Are they hiring? But of course, there's also the traditional form of getting a job, sending them your information, going for an interview. So it's a little bit of both. But really, the built-in network here is absolutely a plus at the Language House.
And could you speak to, you help with lesson planning a lot with the students. Could you talk about that?
Yeah, sure. Of course, most of the time the people that take the course here at the Language House, they have never done this before, so they do need help. And lesson planning is basically a few hours in the afternoon after the required workshops, but before student teaching. And someone is around, like myself, when they have questions. I don't know how to create a lead-in. Can you help me with an activation? I'm confused about what to do for a study. So that's something I do to help them so they're prepared, so they have the methodology, and they can check off all the necessary points as they go into their lessons.
Great. So you've seen a lot of different lessons from students. What would you say is the best lesson you've seen, or one of the funniest, maybe?
Oh, good question. I don't know if I can pick a favorite, but creativity is always a plus. I think things that involve role plays and maybe giving someone a character to play, they can really get into it because they step outside of their own, their own comfort space, and it can be fun and jovial and kind of a big drama, and sometimes people really, really get into it. And if it's set up in a good way, it can be a lot of fun, even for, the teachers who are just sitting there observing.
And could you talk a bit about grammar, the Language House?
Oh, well, you remember grammar. Isn't it fun? Grammar, of course, it's a necessary part of being a teacher. There is a big grammar test in the 4th week, but there is not to freak anybody out about learning grammar. There are some grammar review things. Chris Westergaard does those. He has a really famous game that I don't want to reveal the name of, but if you take the course here at the Language House, you'll learn about that. And of course, the observers are here to help with grammar. We're always here to help you, and we really want you to know all of this stuff by the end of the course. Being prepared is good. Yes, here the levels are a huge range. It's beginner, pre-intermediate, intermediate, upper intermediate, advanced. And how the course is broken up, the student teachers will have experience teaching 3 levels. It's a nice variety, and it's nice for the student teachers to see in reality how much more a higher level knows than a lower level, the different things you can do with the various levels. A lot of people really enjoy the lower levels. They like the immediate reward and the immediate satisfaction when you can see someone's eyes light up as if they've just learned something for the first time. Maybe there's some more creativity with the higher levels, kind of these role plays that I talked about. So there's really a wide range of experience, because when you really start to work, you will have experience with these different levels, and knowing how to adapt your lessons is really good if you have the concrete experience. Well, I had the same question, because when I was looking for a school, I did some research, and really what I honestly enjoyed from a personal point of view, this isn't speaking as a staff person, I liked how really super involved Chris Westergaard is and was. He's really kind of the heart and soul of the Language House. This built-in network, you can really come here and not feel like you're just dropped in a foreign land without any communication with other people. It's really from day one. It's really supportive. It's very immersive. You get to really know your fellow classmates. You're together all the time. You'll build lifelong friendships. It sounds really corny and cliche and cheesy, but it's absolutely true. And you really learn so much. And the fact that you get so much in-person teaching with real students, I don't think many other courses offer the amount of actual teacher teaching that we do here. And it's really, really beneficial.
Andrea, if you go through the Language House, do you have to work in Prague after?
Of course not. The world is your oyster, and something that's really super awesome about being a native English speaker or being an English teacher is that you can almost spin the globe and find some place to work. There are so many places around the world that you can work as an English teacher. Asia is a big hot spot. Some people want to go to another country in Europe, maybe Central America, South America, and that's absolutely support that we give here at the Language House as well. We even have, going back to the Facebook groups, there's an alumni in Asia group, and there are lots of former teachers that are working everywhere. Korea's a big spot, as I said. You name it, you could probably go there. It's pretty cool.
But would you say to someone who's afraid that they wouldn't be able to make it abroad?
Ooh, that sounds like a question for a psychologist. I don't know, you just kind of have to jump into the deep end of the ocean and go for it. Was when I came here, I wasn't sure if I'd like it. I said, try a year. If it's fantastic, great, stay longer. If it isn't, consider it a learning experience and go back to the States. But really, you just have to go for it, and I think you have to think about all the positives that you can gain from living abroad rather than all the negatives. Yes, you'll miss your family and your friends, and you might miss your favorite food and your favorite bar, but the list of pros is so much longer than the list of cons would ever be. And I'm absolutely speaking from experience. That's 100% true. 5 years later, I'm not lying. Please include that in the video.
And that part, and then include that in the video.
Yeah.